Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this special figure showcase and comparison we're going to be looking at the Takara Nemesis at the Bridge Decepticon 3-pack. What we're going to do, we're going to be comparing these with the original Hasbro versions of these figures that have been released previously, and hopefully by the end of this video you'll be able to have enough knowledge or be able to make the decision yourself if you want to go for this, because you may already own the existing mold, and if there's enough difference for you to warrant that extra purchase. So we're going to do each figure individually, so I'm going to start to move a few of these out of the way. A couple of things while I'm doing this, I need to remind you I got this from In Demand in the UK. You can also get it from Takara and Amazon Japan online, depending on where you are, and I believe there's a few other stores in the US, but I don't know all of them. And also to remind anybody who's not subscribed to the channel, if they'd hit that subscribe button for me now please, because it really will help me out. Right, let's start off with Shockwave then. So this is more detailed than in the individual videos. If you want to see the individual video reviews, you can see them as well. So as you can see, the figure of course doesn't have any of the all of the additional armor. It has none at all. However, the main bot in the middle is exactly the same. There's no real difference apart from the real obvious paint job. The paint job is completely different though. So not only have you got the main parts, you've got the feet, you've got the fists, you've got the everything. To be fair, everything's completely different. The translucent plastic, the barrel of the gun at the back is completely different color. However, once again, to reiterate, this is all you get, just the figure, none of the added ammo. And I just wanted to show you that. He's the most simple, to be fair, and in my opinion this color scheme just really works. I think it looks beautiful, and it was the main reason that I purchased this particular set for. So let's just move him out of the way, because as I say, that one was super easy. While I'm going to do that, I'm going to take the opportunity as well to remind you that this throne, bridge, seat, whatever it is, comes with this particular pack. I believe, as I say, it's pretty much the same as the Starscream one. So if you don't own the Starscream Studio Series 86 figure, you won't have this, and if you want to own it, it does come in this 3-pack. So that's a nice little bonus as well. Right, before we get to Megatron, let's do Soundwave. So let's bring him in quickly, and I also want to bring in Laserbeak. This is the Netflix Laserbeak, which is pretty much the same, to be honest. I can't find any differences between these. Obviously it's vastly different from the Siege one, because that had the same pretty much all red wings, which, to be honest, I think I can grab. Yes, I can. I probably should have got it ready at the beginning. So slightly different wings, etc., and from the others. So Netflix one, it's pretty much the same. So again, if I bring in the Netflix, is that the Netflix one? Yep. So this is your Netflix Soundwave mold, which is what they've used. They've used the Netflix mold, so everything's the same apart from the silver. If you have a look at the silver, it is exactly that, whereas this can be quite a dull grey. There's dull grey on the back there, where this is like a lighter cream colour. But the most important bits, which you can see now, is the silver on the forearms. Hopefully you can see the difference there. The silver on the feet, these are just dull grey parts. And indeed this around the front is gold, that is yellow. So there's a few extra paint details. There's actually red bits there on the side of the shoulders as well. So again, this is what I would pretty much refer to, or Takara used to refer to, as like their premium finish. So you've got the extra red around the wrist as well. So it's exactly that, guys. For those of you who are unaware or quite new to either this channel or Takara figures, they always tend to cost more, because they put that, I don't want to say put that little bit more bit of effort in, but they do seem to do that. As you can see, they even had their own line of figures not so long ago called the Premium Finish, and it's pretty much exactly that. So if you don't own a Netflix mold, it's definitely worth it, because the Netflix Soundwave is still going for silly prices. If you've only got the Siege or the Legacy mold, it's completely different. So it does have pretty much a lot of the same parts from the front, but from the back, as I say, this does transform into the cassette deck, which you will see in its own review, whereas of course the Legacy and the Siege one does transform into that ship, even though he does keep his landing gear, and I do say that in the reviews. There's no point for the landing gear whatsoever, but he does keep them. So that is the differences. Obviously huge difference with the Siege and Legacy, but there's quite a few nice subtle differences as well, even if you've got the Netflix one. Right, let's move on to Megatron. This one's probably the most complicated to I suppose to explain, because what we've got here is Megatron looking sensational. I'm so sorry to say it, because he is. He ended up being like wow for me, absolute wow. The color scheme on him, it's just it's not chrome, but it's so shiny bright silver that it does in fact look like chrome. So what we've got here, of course, this mold's been used, I don't know, maybe 15 times, a crazy amount. So what I want to show you first and foremost is there's the Siege version, and this one doesn't come close to that one, to be fair. And then this was one of the first Netflix, so it wasn't a spoiler, I think it was the Netflix pack. So again, we've got some nice bit of silver, but I think you'll agree that this one is still winning. So we've got a different head sculpt on them, but most importantly, and the biggest difference, guys, is if I spin it round to the back, the actual tank is completely different. So on your Earthrise, on your Kingdom, on your Siege, the tank is very, very different. The tank, in fact, the only one that I know of, and again, if I've got this wrong, please do let me know, but I've checked pretty much most of all of my Megatrons, and I think, as I say, I've got about 10 or 12 uses of this mold, was this particular one, which was the Generation 2 one. And the Generation 2 one's got the same treads at the back, so it's basically the Generation 2 Generation Select mold. So all the tracks do join up, which is good when it's in tank mode, whereas of course in the others they don't. There's a huge gap between them, same as in the Shattered Glass, etc. There's the huge gap. He does come with the same accessory, this giant trident stroke spear, etc., but once again with the beautiful reflective looking silver colors, which again I think looks stunning. To be honest, I think it really does look good. So what you've got is your Generation Selects G2 Megatron mold, but painted up silver, and as I've said, in my opinion, already looking way better. The Netflix one, the spoiler pack, the Kingdom one was my favorite, but I didn't bring him into this video because of all the things across his chest, and I wanted you to see the chest. So I think hands down, unfortunately, whether you're on the fence to get this pack or not, this is the best use and the best looking Megatron from all of the ones that we've got. So I'm sorry if you're on the fence and this is sort of tipping you over and you're thinking, why do I need to buy another Megatron? It's for this guy because he looks sensational. And as I say, when you double it up with the fact you get a better painted job version of Soundwave, the correct coloured Shockwave, and indeed of course the full throne, and of course your laser beak, etc., in my opinion it is a very valid purchase, and a great addition to my collection, in all honesty. But there you go. I hope this helps you with your decision. Let me know what you think in the comments. I know a few of you have got them already, and once again, to quickly remind you, they've all got individual reviews on this channel as well. So hope this video helped you out, guys. Take care.